Have you ever wondered how people, say 900 years ago, pictured the great struggle between good and evil? Well, today we're jumping into a vision from the 12th century that lays it all out. And trust me, it's a world built entirely out of symbols where every single thing has a much deeper meaning. So let's get into it. And boom, we are dropped right into the middle of it. No warm-up, just this incredible image, a tower of the brightest brilliance. This is our stage, the center of this whole symbolic world, a place that everyone can see no matter where they are. You have to remember, this isn't just some old story. It's basically a spiritual map from the 12th century. And every little detail you see, it's a clue. So our job here is to look past the surface and start decoding all the amazing symbolism that's hiding right there in plain sight. Right away, the vision shows us this really sharp contrast. On one hand, you have people who are joyful and light, almost floating across a bridge. And on the other, you have people who are literally weighed down by their stuff, full of sadness. This isn't really about their clothes. It's a huge metaphor for the choices we all make and the kind of spiritual baggage we end up carrying around. But here's the thing, we're not left to figure all this out on our own. Standing guard at that brilliant tower are our guides, 4 really powerful, almost otherworldly figures. And they're not just statues, oh no. They hold the key to understanding this entire vision. So the first figure we meet is just, wow, it's almost impossible to even look at her. Her head is radiating light like lightning, she's got this brilliant crown, and she's wearing a tunic of pure gold. I mean, you can tell right away, this isn't just a person. It's a massive, brilliant idea that's been given a physical form. And she's not alone. With her are 3 others. One figure who's as pure white as a bright cloud. Then you've got this warrior in full armor crushing a dragon under his foot. And last, and this one's the weirdest, a single figure with 3 different heads. Each one is another piece of this incredible puzzle. And then they start to talk. And what they're talking about isn't peace and quiet. No, they speak of a massive conflict, a cosmic war that's being fought all across the world. The figure in white speaks up, and her words are basically a call to arms. It's pretty chilling. She names the enemy, Lucifer, who's spreading darkness, and she states their mission. They are heavenly soldiers, and they're here to fight back. Okay, so the stakes in this vision just got really, really high. And the warrior figure chimes in, speaking directly to a higher power. He calls his enemy the ancient serpent, that diabolical dragon he's got pinned under his foot, and he makes it crystal clear. He is ready to fight. This isn't just watching from the sidelines. This is an active, ongoing battle. All right, so let's take a breath. We've got a brilliant tower, 2 very different groups of people, and 4 mysterious figures talking about a cosmic war. It is a lot to take in. But now comes the fun part. It's time to decode all of these symbols and finally understand what this incredible vision is all about. Okay, that first super radiant figure, that is wisdom, specifically the wisdom of God. And the reason she's so bright you can barely look at her is because that kind of divine knowledge is, well, totally overwhelming. It's the kind of thing that's both a little frightening in its power, but also incredibly alluring because it's the truth. And of course, every single detail about her means something. Her radiating head, that symbolizes constant divine thought. That golden tunic she's wearing represents how pure the work of wisdom is. And all those jewels on her belt, each one stands for a good deed that's inspired by that wisdom. Now for the figure in brilliant white. This is Justice. And her incredible height isn't just for dramatic effect. It symbolizes her unique perspective. She's so tall, she can see right into heaven, and that's how she aligns her judgment with what is truly good. So our warrior figure is fortitude, courage, and his armor is basically a spiritual toolkit for this battle. The helmet is for protection. The double-edged sword, that's for uncovering hidden truths. The javelin represents a powerful faith. And that dragon he's trampling, well, that's the ultimate symbol of evil being defeated. Which brings us to the last, and let's be honest, the most bizarre figure of the bunch. The one with 3 heads. What in the world could that possibly represent? This is holiness. And her purpose is to rise up inside of people when they're being attacked by evil, to basically equip them from within for that spiritual war we've been hearing about. And each of those 3 heads has its own job. The shining middle head is all about clear judgment of good and evil. The head on the right symbolizes a level of honor that's almost beyond our human understanding. And the veiled head on the left, that represents a kind of pure, untouchable perfection that actively fights off evil. So, what's the big takeaway here? When you put all these amazing symbols together, what do you get? Well, you see that this isn't just some strange old tale. It's a really detailed, symbolic map of the human soul's inner struggle. That cosmic war, it's happening inside of us. And these four figures, they really represent the virtues that you need for that journey. You can almost think of it as a spiritual toolkit. You need wisdom to see things clearly, justice to pick the right path, fortitude to fight the battles you're going to face, and holiness to keep striving for that ultimate goal. And that leaves us with a really fascinating question. 900 years ago, these were the perfect symbols for the greatest human virtues. But what about now? If we were going to create a vision like this today, what symbols would we use to represent things like wisdom, justice, courage, and holiness in our modern world? Definitely something to think about.